Relax.
I need something to drink.
2K. 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 Sports.
Kick it in the city when we in around town. Next door neighbors telling us that it's too loud now. Neighbor, can you please just turn that mess down? This is the sound of throwing pennies on the ground. Turn it up. I don't think they hear it enough. Back when then I go.
2K. 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 Sports.
Kick it in the city when we in around town. Next door neighbors telling us that it's too loud now. Neighbor, can you please just turn that mess down? This is the sound of throwing pennies on the ground. Turn it up. I don't think they hear it enough. Back when then I go.
Hi.
What's up? What's up?
It's the off season. I'm not in the mood for this shit. Welcome to ECA Weekly. Pearl looks like he just froze.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah.
I don't have no picture though. That's crazy.
Just stay there. We don't.
I mean, hey, look, I ain't that black. I mean, Jesus Christ, it's like midnight over this month. That's crazy.
Midnight is crazy. Another episode of ECA Weekly with your boy Walls, DJ Witness to my right, third party P uploading.
No, bro.
On the bottom.
Hold on, I'm gonna come back.
It looks hilarious because it looks like you're it's like a picture and you're calling in. So this is your photo that we're holding and say, oh yeah.
I can't see that.
I screenshotted this. I ain't gonna lie.
Wait, yeah, hey, put it in the chat.
Oh, this is fucking hilarious. And there he goes. So here we are, getting ready for season 17. The contingent of everyone on ECA chose to do a college theme season. So we can't wait to do that. And with that, let's go straight into announcing the season 17 captains. And we'll loop this. Or actually, no, I don't need to loop it. It's a minute and 38. So here we go.
2K. 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 Sports.
Kick it in the city when we in around town. Next door neighbors telling us that it's too loud now. Neighbor, can you please just turn that mess down? This is the sound of throwing pennies on the ground. Turn it up. I don't think they hear it enough. Back when then that gold chain was living it up. Up top I had a high top fade with the high tops. Watching my highlight take from a skybox. Auburn Hills, Michigan, home of the palace. The place on the map where Isaiah beat Magic. Throwing elbows, had them Rick Mahorn habits with the 8-9 bad boy hammer on my cap. And you know Chuck did it, now the girls get with it. Tell them kiss it off the glass or pass or kick it. Calling shots from the bench and finger pointing picks. I'm Coach Chuck, aka Daddy Rich. I meant Chuck English, the flicker of the flicks. All net finger roll, Allen Houston off the pick. Yeah, the pick of the litter with the kicks. Kids knew we kick too. Who do the cool kids? Kick it in the city when we in around town. Next door neighbors telling us that it's too loud now. Neighbor, can you please just turn that mess down? This is the sound of throwing pennies on the ground.
I didn't know there's actually whistling in that. That was actually. I was like, who's whistling? Where's that coming from? You know.
Yeah, very underrated track from the Cool Kids. I know that was from 2K, 2K9, 09. So, yeah. So, 10 captains. We've announced like 10 captains. We just want to make sure that we address this. That any captain has come to us. If you were rejected or anything like that, Pro looks out of place here. Well, if you go
got
counterclockwise, it's that Peter Griffin fucking color scheme again.
Oh man, that meme.
I gotta bring some melanin to this thing, man.
Well, we certainly appreciate that. But yeah, so I mean, the captains are always chosen based off of activity from the previous season. If you've had issues before as a captain, we've definitely go ahead and discussed it amongst ourselves, the admin team and ownership. So we chose these 10 representatives to further try to provide parity across the league. Sniper did a fantastic job. He is the reigning GM of the year, so there was no reason why he was going to, you know, he was going to take his spot. And
Hey,
so
facts.
Freddie, good group of captains. Well, thank you. We appreciate that, Freddie. Oh, that's a cool picture. Yeah, no. So I mean, it should be fun. We're gonna do it on an imbalanced schedule. We're gonna have some fun with it, mess around with it. I think the playoffs are going to be one and done in a March Madness format, so that should be interesting as well too.
Yeah.
Just to get us through it. But yeah, the biggest problem that we're continuously having right now is just getting people to click a damn button. Honestly, we could have ended up having 12 to 14 captains with the amount of people that have not hit combines and failed to even register for the draft. So,
People can't read.
Yeah, and I mean, we constantly say this about leaving your notifications on, especially for the server. I mean, we tag everybody.
Well, at least during the off season, it's important to kind of leave your notifications on. At least check the site. Like, we dropping the ball, and there's an opportunity for us, man, because we're trying to grow the league. And like I said, with the amount of people in the server, we should easily have 12 to 14 teams. But again, guys not being responsible. Like, we're not going to babysit you grown men. But man, do your part, man, so you can help grow this thing and, man, blow this thing up.
Yeah, it's on everybody,
It's definitely a collective effort. I mean, it's not hard to read the league announcements. You can mute everything else except for the league announcements. I mean,
yeah, you can do channel by channel.
Yeah, you can mute channel by channel, and I don't think that's really very tedious. But yeah, for the most part, that's what we're gonna do. Imbalanced schedule, and then we're gonna decide on a number of games.
Well, go into that, Walls, because I mean, we got guys that don't know how to press a button, so you might want to give them a little bit more in depth
about the schedule, or about just hitting a damn button.
So, K.
Yeah. Hello, K.
What's up, K?
No, so we are going to talk. I'm glad you brought this up. There is two new rules. Well, it's an addendum of one rule when it comes to the captain's advantage for winning the championship. But there is killing somebody. There is going to be a new rule that we put into place that the admin team recommended this offseason, and we do believe that it will help with the competitive balance across the entire 10 teams. And going forward, this would be pretty damn good too, because then it eliminates the whole BYOT aspect of the draft leagues, and that's what we're trying to eliminate. Everybody gets a shot to hoop and whatnot, but most of that starts with the combine. So if they're not playing in the combines, you don't get noticed. But then again, we have the constant struggle where captains are not holding combines themselves. I mean, DJ's been doing a great job. JR's been doing a great job. Yeah. So, I mean, we're seeing what's up. We did send out all the Discord invitations. So we are funneling them through ECAgaming.com to make sure they do it, and they get an automatic reply with if they're not banned, we have to review it. But we did ask on Twitter just for 2 to 3 business days for a response, but we're trying to get this expedited as quickly as possible. So yeah, I mean, it's not necessarily the rule based off of you guys. I think it's more so in general with guys just drafting guys over and over again, and then
it's healthy for the league to try to help with that.
Yeah, some of the teams before last season, a lot of the complaints and a lot of the trades that were denied were because it was like, oh no, they're trying to put their BYOT team together. So I mean, it is what it is. We're gonna try it. And, it's a trial and error. So I mean, we'll see how it goes into place. We'll see. I would like to do a live draft because we do have the software for it, and we could have put a 3-minute time limit on every pick, and then if you're not on,
Well, yeah, and the
next
key
pick.
to the whole thing to a live draft is like guys have to be in place. Like we're not going to wait 5-10 minutes and then we don't want to hear you crying about, oh man, well my phone disconnected or my internet went out and all of this, man. Like so that's one of the main components and the main reason why we trying to stay away from the live draft. And we've had so much success with the online draft, so why break what's working. So to that point.
Yeah, absolutely. Any surprises for the captains that we have this season?
No,
No, I think most of them are good guys.
yeah, definitely. I think those are solid guys that's been in the league. They have an expectation. Um, they some of them searching for that elusive championship. But I think it's some pretty good guys, and hopefully, like you said, we try to create a league of parity and where guys get opportunities to play. So hopefully, uh, guys draft, based on the talent instead of trying to just buddy up. Because again, like that's what we want to accomplish in this league, man. Letting everybody shine and everybody play and making ECA the best draft league in the whole 2K community, outside of the NBA, obviously.
Yeah, I think draft leagues can definitely be hard. Because other leagues that you just bring your own guys in. Drafting a team and having them mesh together is definitely difficult to do.
Yeah. Honestly, JR stepped in for me because I didn't want to be captain this season. I've done it for 16 seasons.
A
Yeah,
long time.
like
Yeah, you need a
15
break.
seasons. So I'd like a break. I mean, especially with as details we're doing with the weekly and everything that we're trying to put into place with monetizing the server and trying to get everything in place. It's like I don't have the time or the patience to babysit, honestly. So, thank you, JR, for stepping in. And
Yeah.
you'd be surprised because Loomis is saying JR is a captain after bringing all the step bros. Well, I mean, it's funny because he actually brought up one of the rule changes that we're bringing up. So it'll be.
Yeah.
Did we actually go into the rule change or?
No, we'll go
or
into
no?
it shortly. But I was
Okay.
just, let's hit the rule changes right now. Let's go ahead
Let's do
and
it.
present that, shall we? Rule changes. First one, the captain's drafting will only be allowed to potentially draft 2 members from any external BYL team that they have. So that includes themselves. There's no more than 3 on a team. So we do have people in place to identify that and to make sure that we call it out during the draft if that's the case. We could put some provisions in place that if you do try to do it, you'll just be forfeiting your pick and we'll go on to the next pick. So keep
enough.
in mind of that.
Yep. Just pay
Championships
attention.
advantage will continue to be retaining the player, but they will be drafting from the number 1 overall spot. So that way we can call this the Polo built different rule, which is why I've got the what do you call it, the hashtag ban Polo. No, shout out to Polo, by the way. Thank you for being an example of what a stand-up dude and great captain since he's been in the league. But he is entering a draft, so that's very good to see. And I'm pretty sure Sincere will end up grabbing him. And then there goes to build different shit again.
but again, like in that situation, yeah, we don't want guys to kind of buddy up as they always do. But everybody has the opportunity to draft these guys. So, and one of the things that we do harp on this in this league, you don't load up. The Grim Reaper will come see you.
D-Hawk asked a good
You'll get a
question.
message.
He asked, "What's the point of retaining if you have the number 1 pick?" I mean, it is your choice as the champion. So you will either get the number 1 pick overall, or you can choose to retain your player regardless. The whole issue was that we continued to have, I think, in a couple of seasons, Polo was like the 10th pick. So then he got to pick, his number 1 pick overall, which could have been a player
Nobody
that
else could draft.
yeah, nobody would have
yeah.
gotten him in the top 5. and then he gets a back-to-back pick to put. I mean, he did
Yeah, and
Breach and and Blazy back-to-back. So I mean, that kind of uh, put that in perspective. You have the choice, Dante, with the number 1 pick, whether you're going to retain anyone off of your team or you're just going to go full steam ahead and get the first overall pick and pick someone else. So that is your choice to make, and that's what the captain's choice will be going forward. Yes, the captain. So if you no. So it would be including the captain. It would be up to 3 on a team. So if it was you, J-Dub, and KJ, that's it. You can't draft anybody else from a BYOT team that you have outside of the league. So the rest of the composition of your roster would end up being uh, random ECA members.
Yeah. So if you have more than one BYOT, that also applies.
Yeah, I mean, we do have guys that are going to be, like we said, we have a team assembled already that they've already, the ones that proposed this rule change are going to be looking at the draft heavily, especially since a couple of them are already involved as captains as it is. So they'll be the first ones to call it out. So hopefully we don't have any issues with that. I mean, we did have Clutch, who was the previous no love captain. I mean, he did draft a lot of his C2C guys. Not that it was, I mean, it had some mixed results. This last season, he tried mixing it up and it didn't do too well. So we asked him to step down as a captain, full transparency. And we told him, if we do expand, if we do get the proper participation, then we'll go ahead, and we will afford him a spot back. I mean, for the most part, after last season, I mean, prior to that, he hit his games to took care of a lot of the games and got a lot of the players played. So it is what it is. We wish him well, and he is entering the draft as well. So we'll see how that turns out for Clutch. But for the most part, this is it. And it seems to be pretty received well. I'm pretty happy to see that. Like I said, I mean,
and no, and
it's just
beyond that, and
yeah.
beyond that, Walls, I just want to hop in. Like we want to have some semblance of parity, and again, like we want guys to have fucking integrity. Like if you're gonna draft your BYOT just to play in here, like and try to get reps, man, like no, you can take your team somewhere else, and you can take your captaincy somewhere else. Because
Yeah,
again, we're
exactly.
trying to grow the league, and we're trying to build a situation where guys can come to the ECA and know they're going to play, and they don't have to worry about playing against a BYOT when they're not in the BYOT league. So
Yeah,
that's
say the
Exactly. Yeah,
BYOT
that's the
stuff
biggest
for
problem.
yeah. I mean, and that was one of the questions that was posed before was, how do we improve the talent level all around? Well, here we are. We came up with
Yeah.
the admin team acted swiftly, and the season was barely over before they uh, even proposed this. So, um, kudos to them. They identified a way to go ahead and balance out these teams and make it a hell of a lot more competitive, especially with the college team. They be in balanced schedule, so that not everybody has to play each other twice and stuff like that. I mean, it would be pretty cool to see some teams play each other more than twice, more than 3 times. It'll be interesting to see how it goes, but um, it's not gonna see. I mean,
In a
no, it
sense,
wouldn't honestly. I mean, we can still. I mean, we can. Now that we've announced the captains, I mean, I did want to keep Dallas's name quiet because him and I have been having conversations about him coming back as a captain and the expectations that are for, he knows what's up. So,
yeah.
we're just hoping that if they all vote on it, we can do the offline draft again, like the weekend, and we can
Yeah.
announce it. What Pearl and I were joking about this afternoon was like, if we know what the first 10 picks are, then we can announce at least the first 10 picks live, and we can have the captains like either record who they're drafting or come on the weekly live and announce their pick real quick.
Well,
So
that'll be the draft show. That wouldn't be the week.
that'll be the draft show.
It'll be the draft show. So
we're hoping.
So yeah, captains. Yeah. Take you can take advantage of that opportunity to kind of speak to the ECA and what I mean, grow your brand and all that other good stuff. So
and going on the sorry, finish. Go ahead and finish.
No, you're good. You're good. I just like I said, we just want to welcome the captains, and they're more than welcome to join us during the draft show. You know what I mean? Whether it's the first pick or then we'll be trying to recap and what they were thinking, why they picked the guys that they picked. But again, like I said, we're very inclusive and we want guys to feel like they're a part of part of this ECA brand, and we want to help guys grow their brand with their teams. So that's one of the things we want to do. We want to emphasize that.
D-Hawk, we had one of your players, KJ, during the season, like literally minutes before the draft, disappear. I think it was like some medical emergency or something like that. It delayed us about 45 minutes until we convinced T to take his team back. And T is one of those guys that probably needs a break too, but thankfully he stayed on, and he's the captain of the Maryland Terrapins, which is hilarious because I thought Don was a huge Maryland fan, and somehow he went Georgetown. So that's pretty cool. But how about we announce the draft order?
Good deal.
Yeah. All right. And here we go. What?
No, go
what
ahead.
Do you want? What do you want? What do you want?
No, I actually thought that the way you did the teams was in the draft order, but I don't think it was. So
no, so here's a half. So the original templates that I had were pretty badass, and then I realized that on the video making software that I use, it was one of those things where it's like it was like the premium shit, and I was like, I'm not paying $20 fucking a month for this bullshit. So I went back and made that. But I actually like this one because it actually rotated with the t-shirts and the logos, and I thought that was pretty cool. So I was like, okay,
that's a nice touch. Real nice touch.
I appreciate that. You got to be able to adapt on the fly, or else adapt or die. Yeah. Let's get to it. It's going to show up right away. So we know that Dante, as the captain of the Slime Reapers, and now the North Carolina Tar Heels, will have the number 1 pick. Here we are. Number 2 goes to UConn and Al. Yam Fam Al. Number 3 goes to
Al Capone.
Al Capone. Number 3 goes to Drip, if he doesn't crash out for Duke Blue Devils. Shout out to Gliz. He stepped up, wanted to be a captain. The campaign took like a.
I got Gliz. I'm in the draft, Gliz. I'm in the draft. Just letting you know I'm in the draft.
Yeah. Gliz is number 4 with Villanova. T gets the number 5 pick with Maryland. Big Don came back into the server after we publicly shamed him on the last weekly. He comes back at the 6th pick with Georgetown. Dallas comes with the 7th pick with Alabama. Snipers got LSU at the 8th pick. JR with the UCLA Bruins, who was strong-armed by Sincere because JR's team was originally Syracuse, and then he was accused that JR's not even from the East Coast. I'm from New York. I'm glad they exchanged it, and
they worked it out.
They worked it out. They're like, Sincere message him, man, I'm gonna message this guy. I'll be right back. And all of a sudden, JR's like, I'm gonna take UCLA.
So, that's a pretty good JR impression.
I appreciate it. So yeah, he's actually getting a haircut right now. Everybody was like, who the fuck gets a haircut at 9-10 o'clock? I was like, oh, that's fuckers West Coast, so it's like 7 o'clock over there.
I mean, even 7 though, that's a little late, ain't it, for a haircut?
We don't get
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's in somebody's garage with a bowl on his head.
That's crazy.
Bowl cut confirmed.
Bowl cut confirmed. Yeah, but welcome back, Dallas. Welcome back, Don. And welcome back, Al, who's going to strive for greatness. He gets a haircut every 3 days. It's crazy.
He's a mammoth in disguise.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, that's he says bowl hacks bowl cut 101. That's funny.
That's nasty.
That's why he lays in bed with his lights off when he hopped on the fucking weekly. We don't purposely see his haircut. I don't want anybody to see me on the camera with his haircut. It's no good. It's no good. But yeah, so this should be interesting. So Dante will update us when he gets a chance whether he's going to retain any of the Slime Reapers. Maybe he'll retain Hezi.
Maybe.
He can choose. He can choose 2 through 7 on that roster. So, speaking of rosters, I think we're at like 65 registered for the draft. So you fuckers really need to click a fucking button, because if not, the draft is going to get delayed because nobody's going to participate in a league with 6-man rosters. So,
yeah, you definitely need more people than that. Yeah, even last year, it was 7 last season, wasn't it?
I think it was 7-man rosters last season. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely had to
I
take
mean, like
quite
we
a
only need
few
a handful,
forfeits.
but the amount of people that haven't participated in combines and the amount of people that have failed to register for the draft that are veterans that don't need to do shit except click a fucking button, is pretty astounding. And we would have literally over 110 people in the draft. And which is why I made the comment we could have had like 12 to 14 teams for this, but um we're of the opinion that we don't need to aggressively expand because then that's how teams tuck and then we're stuck trying to clean up the bullshit for the rest of the season. So we got 10 super solid captains. So anything that we add to this would be just increasing value at this point. So I'm very happy with the set of captains. I'm very comfortable that we're not going to have a situation where someone's going to just, up and fucking quit. I think
Yeah.
all 10 teams are going to be able to get their guys and compete. And knowing that we're doing the March Madness thing, so it's just basically trying to get better seating throughout the season. So we're excited to see that aspect unfold too. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. I'm excited as long as everybody gets registered. We will be hosting combines tonight. I know DJ said he'll do his best tomorrow and stuff like that. But
Yep.
yeah, let's just get everybody registered because we're trying to do the draft Monday or actually,
Offline next week,
yeah. Well, no, we can.
so we can have the show on Sunday, and we can play. We can
Yeah,
play
we can
Monday
have
night.
we can have the draft next weekend offline. I think we should just do that, the offline stuff, and then we can just like announce the picks one by one, and we can do it pretty quickly rather than
Yeah, we can
like
just make content out of it. You know what I mean? Doesn't have to
yeah,
be live or
everything.
anything. You know?
I think we've learned that it's like we can turn anything into content at this point,
Yeah.
especially DJ's uh unimaginable quotes that he's made this season.
Put it on the T-shirt.
Coming in spurts. You want me to put coming in spurts on a t-shirt?
Yeah, that'll be a good shirt. A nice shirt, man, that you can wear to
Mhm.
family restaurants, man. And
We'll
Yeah,
make
you
sure
just
you
have
guys
the water symbol on it. You know?
oh yeah.
coming in spurts.
It'll be the same one that we use for Splash Caddy as well too. The same logo.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
All moist. But yeah, so we'll get that done. So then we're looking to then let's try to we'll close combines on the 20th, have the draft that weekend, the 22nd through the 24th, and then have the weekly show on Monday the 25th with the draft show, and season can start on the 26th. Does that sound fair?
Yeah,
Sounds good to
it's
me.
10 days from now.
Yeah. I mean I think
But
that's fair.
it's precedent upon guys, clicking the button, getting registered, and getting our combine games in. And
100%.
like I said, if you're one of those guys that come to us after the draft and say, "Oh man, I didn't get drafted," and asking us about combines, well, we've allowed for enough time for you guys to get these games in. And also, captains, you gotta help out with these combines, man. If you want these guys to be drafted, like get them in, and y'all understand what y'all do because y'all veteran captains. So
And
get these guys in.
yeah, and that's a big thing too. It's like um how is this draft going to go faster if you haven't been a part of the combines and stuff like that? I mean, for the most part, we've got I think maybe 25 rookies that have joined the server.
Mhm.
And I think there's a couple more guys that I sent out this afternoon. So, I mean, for the most part, we've got a good number of rookies, and we had
But
30
but
people
but
register for the
But
draft.
those
But
but
it
those guys and those rookies, like they are known. They're not like unknown to like anybody in the community. So like these guys are known to majority of the players in the league. So they might be rookies
Mhm.
to ECA, but they definitely been around and they've been playing. So again, but that's only to help out with the draft situation so we can get that draft process moved along and announce these teams and get the season started. But again, that's precedent upon guys getting these combine games and being eligible to be drafted.
Yeah, I just hope we don't have another situation like last season where, first round player gets drafted, but then he can't play,
yeah, no shit. I mean,
Hey,
fucking
shout out to my
mortal.
man Hacks, man. Get my man Hacks in, man. Get my man Hacks been in the chat all night, man. You know what I mean? We appreciate that's DJ's older brother.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So
That's
he's
crazy
been
because DJ's
cool.
like 43.
Yeah, so
44.
but yeah, he's going to be the oldest active player in the ECA. Shout out to
The
my
hell
man.
he is. I mean,
63. Yeah, see, that's it.
once you get drafted, it's like, oh shit.
No, I'm
And that's
using my son's birth certificate, so I'll be 8.
That's what I
I'll
was
be
gonna say.
18.
Can you imagine if we took the ages of everybody on the team and then find out that Gliss's team is the oldest team in the fucking league because the average median age is like 50.
Chill out, y'all. Chill out. Chill out.
But
Man.
yeah, so
I'm
I
in,
mean, a
I'm in the
couple.
draft, though, Blizz. I'm in the draft.
Yeah, we're all in the draft. I just don't feel like fucking
So putty.
running the team. It's like, hey, if I go undrafted, yes, even better. And get
It's like cool. That's less thing I gotta worry about, you know.
Hey, draft Walls so we can ban him if he don't load, yo. That's what I want. Try to draft Walls, then he don't load, so I can ban him.
Nah, remember, somebody needs to be, have their hands free so they can answer all the questions. And you're in a draft, so I guess I'm Uncle Pro this season.
Me. Nobody drafted me. Nobody's drafting me.
Somebody's gonna draft you. I think JR said he was gonna try to draft the all admin team.
Oh God, yeah.
He's like, it's just nothing but fucking centers and swings.
And make all the rules and sway all the rules to us.
Like,
just have like 7
during
footers.
the game. No, you gotta spot us 10 points. Play
that
back.
works,
Play back.
Yeah, exactly.
All
right, so then, like we said, we'll close combines on the 19th. The draft will happen from the 22nd to the 24th. We will broadcast it live, the results on the 25th, with the season starting on the 26th of March.
Tentatively.
Yeah, tentatively. Because I know if we try doing a draft this weekend, it's St. Patrick's Day weekend. So I know a lot of you are going to use an excuse to get fucked up.
Yep.
And that's cool. That's cool.
Do we have any Irish members in the ECA?
I'm pretty sure the guy in the fucking middle of us is fucking Irish with that red ass hair.
Are you Irish, DJ?
I'm part Irish, Scottish.
There you go.
It's basically the same thing.
100% alcohol.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's the same difference.
Mostly German, but there's definitely Scottish and
Hacks and DJ are Irish.
DJ Irish, that's his new name. Yo, change his
DJ
name.
Irish.
God.
DJ Irish, yo.
DJ Redbeard. And your brother can be DJ Lucky Charms. That's funny.
Sweet.
But yeah, so
DJ I can't hit a 3.
DJ I can't hit a 3 is fucking hilarious. Because I saw that was the name of your stream the other night. It's like Hacks can't hit a fucking 3 to save his life. It's like holy shit. But yeah, no, that helps out. Yeah, that helps out because the next couple of weeks are going to be extremely busy for me as I've got a bunch of fatherly duties to handle. But that should be it should be cool. Then if we're doing the offline draft, then that'll be easy. Then the captains will have the list to be able to start looking at it to get their draft picks ready on Thursday the 21st.
Yeah, we're gonna get the rankings and stuff ready.
Yeah, we were talking about doing player rankings going forward, but for this draft, I don't think for what's cool about it for the draft software, we can pre-rank the players, so we can do that for the next one. So we'll see what happens with it, but for the most part, yeah, I think that's successful off season. We got the right captains in place, the theme everybody wanted, and we'll rock out and play. See what's up. I will post the schedule for everyone to see in the league announcements, as we just announced it to everyone, and then click a fucking button.
Mm-hmm. That's simple. Read and click.
Anything else for you, old man?
Talking to you, DJ. Hell no. Click a button. Click a button, man. Look, we're excited to get season 17 launched, and we're looking forward to having a lot of fun this year, man, or this season in particular. So guys, do your part so we can do our part, and we can make ECA a better place.
Absolutely. So for myself, Walls, DJ Witness, and Mr. Pearl, thank you for watching. Again, go register for new player registration at ECAgaming.com. Follow us on ECA Gaming LG on Twitter, and then our socials. We'll go from there, and then we'll talk to you guys. We'll be back next
Monday.
Monday. We're not going to be broadcasting on Friday. We'll be broadcasting on that Monday. Like Meech, I need drafted. Okay.
Yeah, that's Hoodie right there. Hoodie J.
Yo, Hoodie, I'm gonna tell you, Kev, that motherfucker balled out. That guy can fucking hoop. That would be a dynamite hash. So, yeah. With that, from the three of us, the ECA Weekly, thank you for watching. We'll catch up with you guys soon.
2K. 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 Sports.
Kick it in the city when we in around town. Next door neighbors telling us that it's too loud now. Neighbor, can you please just turn that mess down? This is the sound of throwing pennies on the ground. Turn it up. I don't think they hear it enough. Back when then I go.
2K. 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 Sports.
Kick it in the city when we in around town. Next door neighbors telling us that it's too loud now. Neighbor, can you please just turn that mess down? This is the sound of throwing pennies on the ground. Turn it up. I don't think they hear it